Today I'm going to be doing a mini house illustration of one of my favorite TV shows. I'll be using my Sennelier watercolor set, and the brush I'm using for this painting is a Winsor Newton pointed round size 3. And the house I'm going to paint is the Simpsons house. This is one of my favorite TV shows, so naturally, when I thought of a house to do, this was the first one that popped into my head. I think I might do a whole series though, so if you have any recommendations for other houses to paint, list them in the comments below. So with these watercolors, they're really good for glazing, which is how I generally paint these mini houses. So I tend to do a bunch of layers on top of each other, slowly increasing the saturation of the paint color. Also with my palette, I typically don't clean this one out. So I just have these sections for like the red, blues, purples, reds, and browns, and greens. And when I mix a new color, I mix on top of the color that was previously there. And like all of my other paintings, I generally start with painting the mid-range, especially with watercolors, because I use this glazing process where I'm putting many layers over them. And then also if I want something a little bit lighter, you can easily lift these to a point too, so that's kind of how I do highlights. But typically I'm starting from light and I go dark, so I'm usually making the colors darker than what they are right away as I paint them. And also another thing to keep in mind with watercolor is that when you paint watercolor, when it's wet, it appears darker than what it actually will be. And so that's also where like the glazing comes in handy, is so that you can put multiple layers on it and darken it up. And I'm going in with my Polychromos pencils. This is where I add in the details and like those finishing touches. So I like to go in with this after I paint to bump up any of the shadows or add in like little tiny details that are really hard to get in with the brush. For reference, this painting is 5 inches by 5 inches, so it's pretty small, and that's generally how I paint these. The thing though to remember with Polychromos is to go in with the colored pencils after you do painting, otherwise you will risk them not being light fast anymore. So that's something to keep in mind. And to add in the text at the bottom of the painting, I always use a micron pen, usually in a size 0.5 or 0.05. These pens are light fast. And then I usually add in some calligraphy underneath of the city name or the state. And with that, that is the end of this video. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, learned something new, and let me know what I should paint next in the comments below. Bye!